Thomas and his girlfriend Kelly moved into a fancy new place, a huge apartment in the richest part of town. Massive windows. One night they were about to get in. Then Thomas spotted the neighbor doing the same with his wife. The neighbors got wilder. Kelly blushed hard, then ran to the bathroom. She put on perfume and lingerie, ready for action. But she came back to find Thomas already asleep. Thomas wasn't into sex. Kelly worked at an eye clinic. She told her coworkers about spying on the neighbors last night. They were way too open, even swapping sex stories. After work, Kelly and Thomas had one favorite pastime: watching the neighbors. They even copied their habits. One night they saw the man choking, but his wife had headphones. She couldn't hear him. Thomas and Kelly panicked. Helping meant exposing their spying. Kelly said save him anyway. As Thomas headed downstairs, the man got her attention, but she didn't know the Heimlich. She kept slapping his back. He was about to die when she finally got it. She saved him. Kelly and Thomas cheered like they knew the couple, like they'd been saved themselves. They didn't know they were already trapped. Kelly got hooked. She'd sneak up at night while Thomas slept and watch the husband. That ripped body and those abs got Kelly seriously turned on. Then she discovered a secret. His wife was leaving town for a while. Next day, Kelly passed a department store and spotted a small telescope in the corner. Now she could really spy. Remember, the guy was a photographer. He shot nude models, all top-tier beauties in the industry. With his looks and smooth lines, he slept with every single one. Watching this got Kelly hot. Thomas tried to resist. She tore his clothes off. 5 minutes later, he gave in. Through the telescope, it wasn't envy anymore. It was crave, unsatisfied and empty. She went back to the balcony. Just then, the wife came home and ran to her husband. Kelly told her friends about spying. They spilled a secret about Thomas. In college, Thomas built a listening device to spy on his crush. Kelly's eyes lit up. She had an idea. Watching wasn't enough. Imagine hearing the neighbors. A laser on a mirror was undetectable. They had a cosplay party that night. Kelly and Thomas dressed up and snuck in. They stuck a tiny mirror near the window with gum. Thomas rebuilt his old college laser mic from scratch. He aimed it at the mirror and a green laser carried sound back. They hit play, but it wasn't what they expected. At the party, the wife had seen Paul alone in a bathroom with another woman. He flipped it, said she was just a client. His looks paid the bills. Why couldn't she support his work? She apologized. Then he grabbed her hair and slammed her into the floor. Glasses shattered. She sobbed. Kelly and Thomas froze in silence. The thrill was gone. Cheating and abuse killed her hot guy fantasy. The wife showed up at Kelly's eye clinic. Kelly hid her excitement and greeted her warmly. She picked out perfect glasses for her, felt like old friends. Even though they just met, they swapped number. They became close. The woman's name was Julia. She said she and her husband Paul were great in bed. Kelly's face froze. She knew Paul better than Julia did. Paul was a total fraud. Kelly went home to talk to Thomas. She wanted to tell Julia the truth about Paul cheating. Thomas refused. They had no right to interfere. It would expose their spying setup. Thomas slammed the door and went drinking. Kelly grabbed the telescope again. Julia put on lingerie and tried to initiate. Paul cold-shouldered her. He'd burned that energy on a model earlier. Kelly felt sicker. She decided she had to help Julia somehow. Behind Thomas's back, she hacked into the neighbor's printer from her laptop. She remotely printed a message: "Your husband is cheating. Check the bathroom trash for a used condom." Thomas caught her too late. Julia dug it out and felt sick. Kelly and Thomas kept fighting. Julia walked toward Paul with a knife. Thankfully, Julia couldn't do it. Kelly exhaled in relief. Thomas smashed the telescope. The spying was over. After a sleepless night, Kelly tossed the telescope for good. No more Julia, just her and Thomas from now on. But fate wasn't done. Kelly saw something terrifying. Julia had slit her wrists. She spared Paul, but not herself. Kelly meddled in their marriage and got someone killed. Thomas had warned her. Now Kelly was basically a killer. Thomas blamed her for everything and broke up with her on. He packed up and left. Kelly was crushed. He built the listening device. Now he dumped it on her. Wasn't Thomas guilty too? She picked the telescope up again. Paul was drowning in guilt too. He hit the bar to drink. Kelly followed and faked a chance encounter. Paul caught her looking and made a move. She cheated mentally already. Paul invited her over to shoot photos. Same lines, same playbook. Opened expensive wine, then talked her out of her clothes. Kelly went along faster than any model she'd wanted. They slept together. Meanwhile, Thomas was bringing flowers to apologize. The apartment was empty. He grabbed a drink from the fridge, but the taste was off. That drink was the key clue. While pouring, he saw the neighbors playing cards. Thomas wonders, isn't Paul's wife dead? Why a new girlfriend already? He grabs the binocular. His world ends. The woman on top of Paul is his own girlfriend, Kelly. The next day, Kelly comes home and finds Thomas hanging dead. Everyone says this is what spying gets you. They blame Kelly for both death. Only her friend Mina disagrees. Thomas broke up with Kelly before she slept with, so it wasn't really cheating. Kelly might share blame for the deaths, but not all of it. With Mina's pep talk, Kelly starts to feel lighter. She is already this far in. Kelly goes to find Paul. Maybe they'll start a She has no idea this will ruin her life. Today is Paul's art show. Top guests fill the gallery. On stage, Paul introduces his lover. Kelly thinks he is about to call her up. Then a wave of applause hits. Julia walks out of the crowd. The whole thing was a setup. Today's main piece is Kelly herself. The cloth drops, and her nudes are everywhere. From day one in the new apartment, they were trapped. Even Thomas planting that mirror at the party. All stayed. The eye doctor visit, every coincidence was planned. Otherwise, how could it line? Paul and Julia turned greed into their masterpiece. People can't resist temptation. Poor Kelly and Thomas, fresh out of college, became their lab rats. Kelly sells everything she shared with Thomas, trying to bury the memory. Starting fresh. As she is packing up that lantern, she notices something. It is full of her boyfriend's favorite drink. Then she spots dead sparrows on the wall. It clicks. She turns and sees Julia smirking, waving at her. Kelly's mind flips. Thomas's death was no simple suicide. Now it is revenge time. Paul's Voyeur series sells huge worldwide. They rake in cash and double their fortune. A fan sends them a fancy wine. The fan wants in on the next season's signed Tate Gallery. The couple shrugs it off. They down the wine. Suddenly the printer kicks on with a message. I know Thomas didn't kill himself, you did. Paul realizes he has been targeted. He grabs the telescope and spots Kelly on the rooftop. She runs on purpose. She lures them to the eye clinic, then plays scared and spills their whole. Julia had spiked Thomas's favorite drink with poison. He tasted something. One sip was enough. They strung him up to fake a suicide. Here is why. Not to dodge the law, but to make their art more thrilling. Just as they're about to silence Kelly, Julia collapses. Then Paul starts blacking out too. The wine, he gets it, but it is too late to fight back. He is helpless on the. Paul and Julia get strapped to surgery tables. Kelly does free cataract work. Lasers burn out their retinas, locking them in total darkness forever. Kelly's revenge is simple. They'll spend the rest of their lives in hell.